Hi everyone, I'm Mike Gordon, and welcome back to another perfect playthrough here on Christmas Eve. Our third game of Christmas will be World of Illusion, starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, played by yours truly, and my guest star of the day, Jordan.
Hello everyone.
Yep. And this time it's a two-player co-op. One of the reasons why I held off on doing a perfect playthrough this game for the longest time was because the main appeal of this game was the two-player co-op. So
it actually was pretty fun. I did enjoy this one quite a bit. It's almost like a Donkey Kong kind of style-ish, or whatever.
Sort of. We all have our own health bars, but One night, Mickey and Donald were practicing for their big magic act. And it takes a while for the game to turn that page. One of the magic tricks surprised Donald, and he fell backwards, tipping over some scenery. Behind the scenery was a mysterious magic box with a drawn curtain. Page turn. Oh boy! If it works, we can use this in our
You said it was Donald.
Oh I don't know if that's such a good idea. Why, Mickey, noticing a strange glow behind the curtain. How am I supposed to know? Oh boy is dead by Mickey.
You're right.
But he was too late. Donald had already stepped inside. Poof! The curtain fluttered and Donald disappeared. Mickey stepped inside to inspect the box and, poof, he disappeared too. Booming laughter echoed as Mickey and Donald fell through the darkness and an evil voice said, "You are good magicians in your world, but here in my world of magic, you'll have to learn many more tricks to find your way out. If you can find and defeat me, I will show you a way out of this magic box." And that's the plot of the game. I can't do the Pete voice, and I don't think that's much of a spoiler. It looks like the Ghost of Christmas Future from Mickey's Christmas Carol.
It was so cool. Right there, it's Pete.
Yep. And I had to choose two-player, and I went with Mickey, Jordan went with Donald because he didn't really care. And unlike the first Illusion game, Castle of Illusion, there's a lot more Disney imagery. Like the caterpillar in the background there is taken straight out of... that caterpillar in the foreground at the start of the level is the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland.
Was this the first time you played this game?
Yes.
Yeah. So
it was.
It both took us a second to figure out the controls.
Yeah. C jumps, B. We used the current things, and
that was the attack button.
And it took Jordan a while to figure out. Oh, you have to press B. You have to duck and press C in order to crawl. That is so freaking weird. You would think down and then left and right, moving left and right. Wow.
So an interesting part with the attacks, we can attack each other, but it doesn't hurt each other. It just, it actually makes us immune to other possible attacks, but we can't move, so it's like a drawback. Right?
Now, this took us a little while to figure out, because I did know from watching other people play this game on YouTube that you could drop rope on, and we're just trying to figure out what the A button does. So I figured...
So she's saying help, and I'm like, what do you mean? I came back down, but that was an accident. I didn't know about the rope yet.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to drop the rope. And I think I even told you about the rope, but we're just trying to figure out what button drops it.
I thought it was gonna be like physically there in the map somewhere in the road, but no. We just have
But at least I wonder, just how do you play this game solo? Because in solo play, you're playing as either Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck. The other one is nowhere to be found. So
I don't know. The maps have to be different because that's a co-op. The road you can only use in co-op.
well, in this section, I could probably imagine that would work in one player just fine. Because you're just jumping up. But there are many parts in this game where it seems like you need to be standing on your partner's head in order to pick them up. And I'm basically directing Jordan to the opposite end.
I almost fell all the way back down.
It wouldn't have mattered. So long as I was up there and I could drop the rope for you, you'd be able to climb it.
To this day, I don't think we ever figured out what those little money bags do. If you get enough of them, maybe you get an extra point of health, but it doesn't do much.
The money bags can hold cards, which I don't know what they do. They can have candy, which heals a single health bar. You can get a slice of cake, or you can get a slice of cake that fully heals you, or you get a hat which gives you an extra life.
Yeah, the lives that they show up at the top, we have 6 tries total.
And I was not interested in what was back there on the left. It could have helped us, but Jordan was definitely curious. But we're not totally... Something worth noting is that if you're not touching the enemies when you wave the curtain. When you're not touching when you're using the curtains, if you're not touching the enemies with said curtains, then the character will just stun the enemy for a bit.
I don't know why I crawled the entire time.
I think it's because
sidetracked with pie or something.
yeah. And there is a reason why I chose this game to be like a double feature tonight on Christmas Eve. And specifically why I was holding on to this game for Christmas. Now I'm trying to figure out, okay, how do I pull it? It turns out that for whatever reason, Donald gets stuck here, and I don't know how this would work. I think maybe if you're doing this one-player solo as Donald doesn't get stuck. Unfortunately, I also knew this would happen.
Yeah, there's no real way around that, unless you went over first, I guess. Maybe we should have done it like that.
I was kind of hoping that I could kill the enemy first, or maybe Donald goes through first and pulls me out. But that's not how that works.
We decided to just keep moving, let the guy mind the hole or whatever.
Unfortunately, because we're on opposite ends of the screen, we can't see what's ahead of us. This is definitely a game that warrants that we learn about teamwork. So this section, for example, it's not possible to get up there by yourself, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah.
You need a... Well, we are just exploring.
It's hard to tell what's like an opening and what's just part of the battle.
We're just looking for a secret passage. I think that guy just took quite a few hits to kill.
What are we doing?
Alright, I think I was hoping you could drop some rope down, and it didn't happen. So, because I was running a little low on health compared to Donald, I grabbed both bags. Didn't realize they were both candy, and I think he just did that as like a personal screw you. Yeah, we're brothers. We fight each other over resources, especially if we judge it to be a little unfair.
I mean, right now we're looking pretty fat on health, so.
Yeah, but we're already down a life.
Oh yeah.
Ideally, you want to try to beat this game. We ideally
without having to do a continuing part.
Yeah. But we'll take first tries. Since this game has unlimited continues and a password system. So there really isn't any excuse to at least try to win. Now, I'm trying to figure out, wait, why am I not...
Donald's impatient look. Yeah, like, to get the tater tot to work, we had to click down. We didn't realize that. We thought we just had to jump on it, but you gotta push down while you jump.
Yeah. And it takes a little... And sometimes our time would be a little off, which is kind of funny to think because I don't think we got hit by those rocks at... Oh, spoke too soon. At all up to that
that's
point.
Even a thing that can hurt you. That's the only part I was sweating right there.
Only if they drop down or shake.
Seems like it'll be hard to avoid.
Yeah.
First try going through that part. I'd say it's a pretty good job. Well done. This part's kind of weird. You could probably guess not all the web is completely secure.
Yeah, I definitely knew, okay, if the web has like a little crack in it, it's probably gonna turn into a hole and take us.
Like right there, but he got lucky.
Well, I didn't stay on for long.
Yeah. So if he would stay in that spot, he would have fallen.
Yeah.
But...
I basically had to go Jordan to get up there.
Oh. I think I just pointed up because...
Yeah, I was if you're completely off screen, you have no choice. You gotta wait for the opponent to either come back to you or drop a rope for you. And sometimes the game won't let you drop a rope.
Nice. Oh.
I have to wait for you to get up here. Come on, Jordan.
I think I was waiting for him to move.
Nah, you were watching your programs. That's what. I think I was watching something that's kind of like it's basically a prankster show where they just get these people
Impractical Jokers, hilarious.
Yeah,
that show was pretty funny.
And that's it. We just have the boss now, which is a giant spider. By the way, I absolutely hate spiders. So the fact that this thing has a derpy Disney face, well, classic Disney, I would say, not...
I've known you my whole life, I didn't know you didn't like spiders. I like spiders either, but I used to be actually afraid of them. Now it's not a fear, but I don't want to touch.
Besides, this was the first boss, and he was kind of easy.
Yeah, he was easy. You handled him the most, I remember that.
Inside the chest, there's an ancient manuscript describing great magic. And if you press any button, if you say the magic word Alakazam and then press any one of the buttons, a flying carpet will appear. I mean, there's like a blinking arrow. To control the carpet, hold down the jump button to fly up. If jump is not pressed, the carpet will descend. So you have to press the jump button. Use the D-pad to control your movement. So I think we're just getting it mixed up on how the carpet works.
The carpet was not... You have to press it, not hold it, right?
Yep.
That's the idea.
And what's funny is...
I think only he controlled it. I don't think if I clicked anything, it did anything.
Yeah.
I think it was just me and you, but I wasn't sure, so I kept doing it anyway.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out, oh, you're not supposed to use the D-pad, go up or down. You jump.
Oh, you were trying... Oh, okay, I see what you're doing.
Now, I don't know what the cards do. Because they don't heal your health. They don't give you lives. They're not continuous. We don't even keep track of points. I think it might have been a scrapped feature or something.
Which feature?
Scrapped. I said it might have been like a point system that the developers just scrapped, but they kept the cards in anyways. So
never figured it out.
So those birds are kind of annoying. You can't hurt them while they're still inside the eggs. And they just jump.
Look at Donald being annoyed.
Yeah, Donald.
I had to wait for him.
When Donald's not running or walking or running, he always looks pissed off.
He's gotta wait on something. Better not keep me waiting.
And he also has his neck stretched out like that for some reason. Just trying to go his head. I think if I try to go up without Donald,
it's pretty perfect timing.
So he's off screen. The game wouldn't let me. I had to stop him from running off the cliff.
I'm just down there. This is probably fine. He doesn't have time to wake me up if he's getting attacked by birds. So.
At least I nailed 2 out of 3. Fortunately, because this guy got off screen.
Oh, 2 of them are still alive. Huh? Where did they spawn? Where are these So we definitely had to help each other out through that entire rock.
Yeah, again, I don't know how you're supposed to get up there in single player.
There's either an added component, I guess, or maybe you have like a co-op computer. Maybe, I don't know, try loading it in single player, see what happens.
I do not know, because this game is... The whole idea behind this game is cooperation.
Yeah. It's definitely more fun with the co-op aspect, because there's a lot you can do with 2 players.
I think if you're doing this 1 player, they only give you 3 lives. But if you do this co-op, then you have 6 lives that are shared between the 2 characters. And yes, that is 6 lives, not 6 lives plus 6 extra lives plus 0 lives. Once the number hits 0, it's you're sent to the continue screen and have to play through the whole stage over again.
Yeah, I thought...
And I basically took the, okay, let's make the big jump 1 at a time. And I accidentally pressed the wrong button right there. I can only surmise that there has to have been some slight tweaks to the level design for 1 player to work.
Maybe going up there, we had no idea where to go. We kind of got lucky with, like, our other option was to jump down the cliff, and obviously, in most cases, you would die if you did that, so...
I think I was just trying to figure out, okay, maybe we just have to both be on the platform, and that's what happened.
Yeah, we both had to stand on it, but not on each other.
Yeah, which is weird, because the first time we were both on standing each other, it worked fine. So we were a little confused for a bit. And I just did the 1 at a time thing like this, so neither one of us has to worry about overshooting. And it gives us...
I did not realize those little clouds that look kind of different. They disappear after a little bit of stepping on them.
Neither did I did not think that would happen.
But I think you have to stay standing on them. Because, like, I got off and it stayed there, so I think you just have to stand on it for too long.
So... we definitely need... Okay, let's go on these clouds with faces because they'll move the platforms a bit. How much I didn't.
Yeah, so that was pretty quick.
Yeah, I think I had to let you know to jump. Hurry, jump.
We could have avoided that better.
What's amazing is we probably could have nabbed a decent number of these, like, lives and health and stuff. We just weren't thinking straight.
What do you mean? Oh, like the things.
Yeah, we didn't actually.
Piano.
Yeah, we didn't actually see the lives or the candies. So the second boss, this one is a lot more annoying than you would have thought.
Yeah, this was. The last boss was more.
As we basically fight chubby. These are basically just chubby miniature versions of Pete's Dragon. Or Elliot, I guess you could call it.
Because there's different places you could jump, and you can't avoid them that easy.
I kept running into him too. Like, no matter where I was, I could not keep myself from getting hit. Inside the chest, there is an ancient manuscript describing great magic. And that blinking arrow makes you think, okay, press the button and it'll turn the page, but it doesn't work that way. Say the word magic Alakazam and then press aim on the buttons, a magic bow will appear. Oh, that blinking arrow! You control the bow, hold down the jump button, float, and use the D-pad to control your movement. You do nothing, and the page will turn automatically. You press any button, this whole book thing just skips. If jump is not pressed, the bubble will sink. Gosh, I really hope this new trick works. Well, not right now till we try. Jordan can't do the Donald voice, I
don't think. Not really.
Yeah, I hit.
No, I can't do Donald either.
Yeah, I think those voice actors are just freaking amazing, man.
How do you make yourself crack like
In this stage, you know, I think the first stage is a little loosely based on the forest area, the miniature forest area from Alice in Wonderland. Second area has like the Bad Hatter appearing a bit, and Elliot from Pete's Dragon. And the Magic Carpet is not from Aladdin. This game came out the same year as Aladdin, like same time as Aladdin, but it couldn't have been.
So do you think this area right here is not related to really anything? It's just an underwater part?
There may be some loose allusions to The Little Mermaid since that came out in '89. I mean, the boss is definitely reminiscent of the shark from The Little Mermaid.
Oh, right. You don't really get any hints how to do The Little Mermaid, though. Like, it's just kind of an underwater level.
It's not really blatant. It's not Kingdom Hearts.
Right.
And we basically found out that there's like a wall there we can't get past.
Yeah.
And Jordan kept running into those urchins.
I even figured out that they hurt you early on.
And
you see how the clam moved from those bubbles? We didn't realize it actually opened up a path. So we wasted our time a bit here, just going further away from where we should be going. It's kind of like a little maze, right?
Yeah. But hey, we gotta figure something out. We're down to 3 now 4.
All that was it an extra life? An extra try?
Yeah, that was a 1. The top hat is a 1-up.
No, was that what that was?
Yeah, and then we died twice for 1 life.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it. I don't recommend it.
I think we lost 3 lives going for that 1.
It just takes some time. If you avoid everything, it might be worth it. I don't know.
Yeah. But really, we had no idea what we were doing or where we were going. We were just figuring things out.
Yeah.
Like, we literally go up there and there is nothing there. Nothing.
So, like, this is, like, probably the most, like, it's definitely more like a maze, so you have to navigate through the entire map.
And by the way, when you reach the end of a section, you need both characters there, or else. Now, at first we thought these goldfish kind of looked like Chloe from Pinocchio. So there's definitely multiple illusions there. I think I'm trying to think.
What is that?
It took me a while to realize, oh, we need
Yeah, there's Donald's fat ass stopping me from continuing.
And I completely forgot what you have to do to pull out Donald. And there's a sun cave in circle. And Jordan got sidetracked again. I think it's the pie. Jordan and his apple pies, or pumpkin pies, and he got a full health.
Hey man, I like my pie. Alright.
We all like our pie.
You can see him, but he's still can't do anything.
I mean, it's Thanksgiving. We all like our apple pies, our pecan pies, our pumpkin pies. Well, unless we're allergic, but we're not. I did this because I thought there might be something else up here, and there wasn't. So we're just trying to work our way through this stage. There really aren't any super fancy conditions. There's no collectibles. There's no good or bad ending. There isn't even a difficulty setting. In fact, this game doesn't really have a lot of secrets, if any secrets.
Most of it's straightforward.
Yeah.
Occasionally
There
an
are-
off map or an off, like an extra life that you have to go a different path for.
Yeah, it's mostly just going off the beaten path and exploring a bit, or you get the stuff. But everything otherwise is just out in the open. I can't think of a single one of these early Mickey Mouse style duck games on the Genesis that actually had actual conditions beyond being the game. Even Quackshot, which has collectibles, still requires that you obtain all the collectibles and upgrades before you can even beat the game.
So it looks like the shell that we were on just destroyed the pillars keeping the building together. I don't realize, like, why would they do that if like, I don't know if you saw that, but
Yeah, I
it's
saw
kind
it.
of confusing.
So,
Why did they do
we
that?
were like, okay, we have to hurry now.
Right. We collapsed the building.
And Jordan gets sidetracked.
Oh, there's a little hole there.
Yep, a hole in the ship. And this is where we realize that there are bottomless pits, that these give way to bottomless pits, so...
Luckily we noticed early on. Oh.
It took us a bit of figuring out. A bit of trial and error, and there is a big-ass pillar in the foreground, so it was definitely...
Yeah, we didn't want to go too fast or else we'd die.
So I basically just... You know what, let's do this one at a time just to make sure we all make it out. And of course I take the lead even though I'm down a bit of health.
What are the extravagant shit they have here?
And those tridents definitely look like Triton's tridents.
Yeah, it's very difficult to avoid it.
Basically just took the path of just let me take all the damage.
Yeah, I was telling you, I was like, what are you doing? Why are you going in front?
And I only got one piece of candy out of that.
Yeah.
I do that.
These are bad because
Yeah, those
until you approach it, it won't show up.
Yeah, there is little, like, I cannot for the life of me figure out
How to get around not getting hit.
or where they even are, because...
Oh, it doesn't tell you until it's too late. Like, if they pop up, they pop up.
And, yeah, those are, like, the worst enemies in the game.
The tridents are also damn near impossible to avoid all of them. The only good thing about that is you know where they're
Now, I immediately knew it was a long hallway. We should probably run across it because something was going to happen. And I was right.
Oh. Yeah, this part is so annoying.
So I let Doran.
And we ended up going deeper into the pit of...
And we're down to our last life. And we decided, you know what, let's just keep the co-op going. Even though if either one of us died... Like, look, there's no indication where these sword sharks are gonna pop up.
And you have to crawl to get to that part, so avoiding that would have been impossible.
So we have to beat this boss with our last life.
Yeah, I was surprised we did it. And yeah, it says you have one try, but this is your try. You don't have the 0 tries left.
Yep, and it's between the two of us.
So I'm almost dead. He's got 4. This is not an easy boss either. That part right there is the reason why. Yes, I figured you probably want to go all the way across, which is why I went far left, which was a good idea. Just barely.
Yeah. And at that point, we decided, you know what, we should probably suicide ourselves. Instead of just, there's an agent. We already got
if we
that.
played this game again, we could probably do it without dying.
Yeah, we could do it well under an hour, too. If you say Alakazam and then press any one of the buttons, you'll be transported to another box. And that's always the gimmick. This is literally the gimmick for the next stage, always. As we go on. See, that's like Chloe's fishbowl. And this stage definitely looks like a repeat of the base stage from World of Illusion. And Jordan just killed it when we were trying to use that enemy to suicide ourselves.
Yeah. I don't know why. I wanted to explore more. Yeah, it was kind of... There was no way we were going to get through that entire level. This is a hard level, too.
I mean, we still had 2 more levels, and we knew, okay, we're gonna have to wind up starting over the whole level anyways. So we need to find some ways for one of us to run into an enemy and die.
That was it. I almost killed it again.
So yeah, I was not ready to quit this just yet. And as I said, this game basically gives you unlimited continues.
It's interesting how you can have up to, what is that, 8 health bars, but you start with 6? 5 health? You don't start with 4 health.
Yeah.
I don't know if that happens every time or...
I think it does start happening every time. Basically, like, hey.
Oh, yeah. They're speeding around too fast. It looked like there was 2 paths there, but both of them are the same.
Unfortunately, there are texts there, and I have no idea how anyone is supposed to get through that.
So we picked the safe route. We went back, right?
Yep.
To the top.
Even though we are at as bad a start as possible. I think we were a little reckless here because we thought this was the final level.
Right.
I'm not sure.
There's like multiple levels in one, right?
There's 5 levels.
Yes. Oh yeah. This is the 4th one, right?
Yep.
I still stepped on the tag.
Well,
It's kind of hard to
at least
avoid.
it's a net positive getting alive. And I just wanted to check that area first.
It looks like we're climbing on somebody's shelf.
This level is basically a repeat of a level from Castle of Illusions, which I think was the 4th or 5th level.
What's Castle of Illusions?
That was the first of the Illusion games starring Mickey Mouse, and this is the 2nd. And this section of the level is the reason why I chose this to represent my double feature for Christmas Eve. My 3rd game of Christmas. It is the most Christmas-like game in my selection this year. And honestly,
I can't think of any kind of Christmas games that I can come up with.
I think the closest one I can tell you is Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters Coliseum.
Oh,
The 4th duel in that game against Taya is a Christmas-themed board.
yeah. That is a pretty fun game. I would play it.
Same here. I'm trying to figure out how we cross, and we just failed miserably.
At least we're still in the level.
And I completely missed the fact that there was a piece of candy back there. Or a piece of candy in that box.
I didn't know there was one in that one either. Yeah.
Or that those flowers did anything. We just kept going.
Do the flowers do anything?
Yeah, they do.
What do they do?
And I basically let you take the lead because you were...
I thought the entire, at first I thought the entire thing was, part of that.
Yeah, because and we found out, oh, you just hop on those big ornaments. The angels are also part of the platforms as well,
What's
but
my guy look like that?
because he got like an invisibility card or something, basically makes him immune to damage for a bit.
Seems kind of racist, but...
Well, we were trying to figure out how to get up there,
Right.
and we completely failed that jump.
Yeah, I'm curious as if all the harder courses, if they have more stuff for you to gain health and whatnot. Maybe it's just there for the beginners.
Yeah, it probably makes sense that the higher routes are probably have the most rewards, but are also the most difficult to reach. Whereas the lower routes are far more easily reachable, yet can be quite punishing in difficulty. This is kind of similar to something like Aquatic Ruins in Sonic 2, where if you drop down in the lower sections, it's all underwater, and that's the hard part of that game. But if you stick to the upper routes, that's pretty easy, but it requires some it's not super difficult platforming, but it would definitely require some awareness. Platforming awareness. Yep.
Looks like that's a thing.
Yeah. Well, we both had to be there.
Oh, right. I thought it was nothing.
And it just took us up there.
Which we could have gone to about anyways.
Yeah.
Save this a little more time, I guess. At this point, I didn't let him get me back. I remember him with the rope.
No, not from the ruler. I had to go.
In the solid platform.
Yep. And it's the same current that got us stuck in this world of illusion. It's called the Illusion Games because it's largely made by the same developers as Castle of Illusion, but it has more Disney stuff in it. Like, we got a lot of Alice in Wonderland stuff in here. I think. And this is levels recycled from Castle of Illusion. This candy section is definitely reminiscent of that same level in Castle of Illusions.
You said this game came out before Aladdin or the same year?
This game came out the same year as the Aladdin movie.
Yeah. It's interesting because Aladdin they use the magic carpet fly also. So.
But it's not the same magic carpet.
Right.
If it was...
This one turns them into like animals and different critters. It doesn't tend to kill them per se.
Well, in the world of illusion, you're just calling upon them. You're just summoning a magic carpet with a magic spell. So why do they keep saying Alakazam instead of Abracadabra or Hocus Pocus? Because Abracadabra turns you into a vampire bat, and Hocus Pocus turns you into a vampire. Maybe they should try Walla Walla Washington. Sorry, I had to do a Looney Tunes reference. I already did a Space Jam reference in NBA Jam. Might as well do the last Bugs Bunny short that Chuck Jones would do during the original Looney Tunes run. And Jordan just got stuck out there and I had no idea how to get off a mistletoe.
I kept trying to jump on a platform that didn't exist. This was kind of dumb on my part, but it's okay.
Or I think he was trying to walk off but couldn't, so I just told just jump off.
Yeah, the moment I moved at all, it would jump up again. They're best to avoid, for sure. And they don't hurt you, they just get you stuck.
I'm taking a lead just to watch for any potential dangers.
Because I only have one life for
And now Jordan is temporarily invincible, I would say.
I didn't know this at the time either, I was just walking. Which I was glad I was invincible, but I just thought. These candy cane monsters are whatever the hell you call them.
And they are causing so much freaking lag. And I want to go up here, but
It's not really.
Jordan just stopped.
I mean, I guess we could have killed them. I think I was worried about losing their lives.
We have 3 more lives, and we think this is the final level, so we're being a little reckless there.
Yeah.
And here's Madame Mim. And it's kind of tricky to figure out when's the best time to actually hit her.
Or what pattern she's doing. Because that, obviously, if you've ever played the game, you would be hurt at that point.
I do think and the orbs don't really clue us into anything.
Nope. You just have to know, maybe it's based on the colors of what move she's about to use. See how it's red and it's fire, blue is...
I think all these bosses take about 4 hits to beat, except for the dragon, because 4 to 6 hits. Well, you only hear the hit sound like 4 times. You just say Alakazam and then press any one of the buttons, you'll be able to command cards. Alright.
The levels do get increasingly more challenging as you move from the beginning to end of this game.
But at least there was an extra life in there.
Yeah,
And Jordan again is sidetracked.
that makes a good place to be. If you're going to be sidetracked in the game.
We're trying to figure out where do we go. Well, inside that curtain.
Spot, yeah.
And this is the real start of level 5. And this one is far more transparently Alice in Wonderland. And I can't attack him because I thought he was an enemy, because he looks like the enemies. Only he's staying in place, but no. You're supposed to press a button, use Alakazam, and turn them into platforms. And there's the Mad Hatter statues. We ran into him quite a bit in level 2, dressed as a cowboy.
So the cards that I'm standing still, they're there to use Alakazam, that's what you said.
And yet it's not always that simple.
I let you do that part, I have no idea about the whole
So we were kind of being very cautious. So we're trying to platform off these bells. Ain't doing so well. And it's
Oh, I
stalling.
used it. I think it's the same as it did though.
You just press any button when you're near the object that you need to cast down Kazam on.
Simple enough.
And this platforming section is annoying.
Like, why did you make it easier on us, Mickey? He's like, yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Make it very hard on us to get through the area. Yeah, you have to time it very...
So we decided to just do it one at a time.
We kind of have to be cautious at this point.
And I spotted a life.
And you told me to come back.
Yep.
Okay, that's it.
And because of the constantly changing altitude, it was a little difficult to stay on top of his head. But he made it work. And I decided to just wait my turn now. At least these cards are far more generous. Now it took us a little bit of a while to figure out what these dice do.
I kind of realized, I was like, well, we have to stand on one of them, right? So, I mean, what did we do at the tabletop? We clicked down on it, right? I think we did the same thing here.
I think my thought process was just hit them in order.
Right, and we realized that wasn't necessarily it. You gotta just press one of them, I guess.
Yeah, we decided, okay, maybe let's just do them one at a time. Starting with number one.
I'm curious if we could have pushed more than just one of the buttons. One of them.
Yep.
Oh, God,
And you just lightly touch the jump button to jump on that die.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I have no idea what causes these doors to open. Other than us both being there, because when I realized that the door didn't immediately open for us, I decided maybe we could just get to the end. And nope. And I like...
Did we come through the first door? That's why
Yeah.
we went to the second one.
Yeah, we came through the first door. And Jordan is just... He's a little confused right now. He thinks, oh, why don't we try going through that first? We have to both be at the second door. I think that's
you have
all
to
we
be on
have.
the very first spot or else you gotta open it. And you don't have to do that. It's kind of finicky,
And that was some great swimming there. And just a little bit more, and we're done. I have no idea why that ended the stage right there, especially since the other rooms we basically have to go through the whole section.
Yeah, do you think it was a glitch? Like maybe
I
they
don't
were
think
supposed
so.
to do more to that level?
It's possible they just... I don't believe that it was unfinished because they already did that level. That was all of that is
That's a repeat of what we
recycled.
already
Everything between the first and last doors is recycled.
So maybe they just wanted this little soft start.
And you pause the game because of something.
Alright. I think they wanted to give us a soft start, but maybe that was it.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe they felt that it was a little too hard. And just wanted to go just a little easy
This was a pretty hard level, it's very long.
Oh yeah,
I
it's...
think Alice in Wonderland was the beginning of the level, and there's like, what, 6 doors there?
Yeah, I think there are 6 doors.
Including the one we came
And Jordan is just not...
paying attention.
Yeah. Now, believe it or not, if we were at our grandma and grandpa's, Uncle Dave's, Uncle Mark's place, they would be getting on us to hurry it up because the 1 hour mark was coming to an end. which is why traditionally I like to keep each episode of my perfect playthroughs an hour or less. I've since toned it down a bit to be 20 to 30 minutes length possible, but only with games where it's possible to do so, like Final Fantasy VII or Knuckles Chaotix.
Well, there's some games that are not possible to do in an hour.
Yeah, World Illusions, even though it has a password system, it's not.
I mean, if you're gonna do an entire playthrough on a 12-hour game, nobody's gonna sit through that anyways. That's a long time. Unless you segment it out.
And now we are back to the Christmas section, where we actually see things a lot more clearly than we did last time. And once again, Jordan gets stuck in the Christmas decorations. And honestly, I did not want to do this for Christmas Day because Christmas Day is when we get all the good stuff that we wanted for Christmas. And we had not yet figured out that we could actually use the capes while ducking.
Yeah, that was very helpful. Later on, I believe.
In the next store. Especially since we realized we probably want to get this done over and done with. And once again, we still don't notice the candy in the back. We noticed this piece of candy this time, but...
I tried to go in through the front.
Well, the left side. Oh, well, it turns out you needed the duck.
And you can go through the entire thing, I guess. Yeah. It's weird because he's like the same size as the box, but whatever. Keep moving it.
And those Twill-D...
Oh.
And those Twill-D...
Fly you up, but you both have to be on.
Twill-Dum bombs are just annoying. Now we have 3 health. I literally triggered the dice so it would fall while I was still invincible. I decided to do it one at a time. At least we made it that time. And I'm like, hey Jordan, I got a rope for ya.
Yeah. So this time we wanted to take the high road. And it's gonna be the only time it really matter.
I took the lead here. This time I at least knew that the enemies were there. But we only have 3 lives. I have 2 pieces of health left. Donald has 1. And now we're trying to open the final door, and again, Jordan's not paying attention. And we're both right there. We don't know why the door won't open. We cleared the other rooms. And it just kept... And man, this took a while to get past.
Yeah, obviously those are holes in the ground.
And they're instant death. And we have to take out the Robo-Hatters. And yeah, they are very clearly meant to be Mad Hatter. From Alice in Wonderland. They look like Mad Hatter. I mean, the witch even kind of resembles Madame Mim a little bit.
Yeah.
And look at this! That looks like the Heartless symbol from Kingdom Hearts. And
how they made the heart for the deck of cards.
And that's like another... And I think that was like another phone call. So at this point, we are trying to we would probably be frantically trying to make it to the end of the game and beat the final boss before the cousins Because if we die, they're not going to let us start over. They're turning off the Sega Genesis and they're switching the channel to basketball. Because your uncle has a gambling habit. And these enemies behind the curtains are annoying! Oh my freaking god!
Yeah,
They are so...
You can't see them.
And they will not pop up until you've already passed a certain threshold.
That one did. I remember. The other ones were there, I think.
I think they were just outside the current, but the other one was already behind the current and would not show up unless it was ready to ambush us.
Yeah. Very well. That was the same thing,
And as I like to note before, don't those emblems look like the Heartless emblem from Kingdom Hearts? And maybe... But it's not what they're supposed to be. They're resembling the card symbols. Diamond, club, spade, and heart. But the heart definitely resembles a Heartless insignia.
This part was very annoying. You had to jump right with that card.
And you had to hit the witch too.
Yep. And that's when yep.
And we lost a lot because of that.
If you don't do it, like, if you're not quick about it, you can lose a lot of health just in that one part alone.
And here's another cheap ass part.
Yeah, this, if you don't know what's coming, you're dead. You have to jump off the side immediately or you die.
Yep.
And this is when we figured out the duck hit.
Yep. And this is also when we realized, wait, we're not damaging them, we're stunning them.
Because they have to be right next to it.
Yeah, the cape has to make contact or it won't hurt. I mean, it's not bad to stun them if you're trying to keep things less busy.
Oh, that one just appeared out of nowhere.
Yep.
There's more. I'm actually glad you stunned me right there,
because the arrow just phased through him.
Well,
unfortunately, yeah, no, this is definitely getting pretty bad.
Yeah, we considered starting over since we knew the maps more.
But at least we got an extra life.
Yeah, that helps tremendously. This last boss is not easy.
Oh, it's not. And again, it takes about 4 to 6 hits to kill him. I think it took 6 hits. I mean, I would think since it's the final boss, it would take way more hits to beat.
I'm glad it didn't. You need like 2-3 lives to beat it.
To be fair, this game was made for children. It is meant to be. I mean, it's not like
not today's children. They would give up. Well, I guess back then, I feel like it was a different.
Yeah, it's still not a super easy game, but it is a little tricky.
I mean, it's just straightforward.
You have done well so far, but your adventure and you just skip through that. And that definitely looks like the Ghost of Christmas future. Yeah, that's 5, 6.
Yeah, touching the ghosts.
And the clouds down below will...
Yeah.
Or the face! You can't touch the face.
Or the hands. Well, the hands is worth...
Alright, it took about 8 hits.
Yeah, but he drained more than a full life from both of us.
Yeah.
Trying to kill him, so...
But at least they defeated him. Amazing! No one has ever defeated me. You are great magicians, as I promised. Gotta wait. I'll show you my greatest trick. How to escape from my world of illusion. Alakazam? Whatever. But at least we're back. And let's spot as many Disney characters that we can see in the crowd. Alright, here's Pluto, Goofy,
I
Minnie,
don't know who the cow is.
Daisy. I know their name. I don't know their names. Pluto, Huey, Dewey, Louie. We got like 5 little pigs. I think Pete's in there as well.
There's 6 of the pigs. 1, 2, 3. Maybe there's 3 guys
Oh,
and
6.
2 girls. Yeah, somewhere.
And I think it's one of them's like Mary Bell, but there's like 2 Mary Bells and 2 of the other one. They're not super well known Disney
Yeah,
characters.
exactly. Now we're.
They're nobody's favorites. And now it's Donald's turn to do the same trick Mickey just pulled off.
You can't do it.
But at least we beat the game in under an hour. Just barely. So I think they would allow us to see the end credits. For what it's worth. Thank you for playing. So, yep, that was World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. This was definitely a fun little excursion for the trying to get my kid brother to team up for the final boss of Knuckles Chaotix, just to show off the 2-player functionality. Playing Jordan NBA Jam, and now beating World of Illusion in 2-player co-op. That was the main reason why I held back on doing this game specifically for quite a while. But I'm glad I was able to make it work. And you have to make it work. You gotta reach out for it. You gotta ask for it. What do you think?
I did enjoy that game. It was definitely new. It was fun. It was a little bit challenging, also, like you said. It was made as a kids game, but definitely takes a little bit of strategizing. But yeah,
Alright. So this is it for World of Illusions, and thanks for being with me, Jordan. Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Alright. And if you like what you see here, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. With all out of the way, this is Mike Gorn, sign out.